What is up everyone, Northside here, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about, obviously, Mirage weapon set. I want to make things absolutely clear. I am not for the buff or the nerf. My channel is not about that. My channel is informational. Yes, I express my thoughts and emotions, and that's my right, as everybody else's is. You are free to disagree or agree with me, and vice versa. With that being said, I have been provided with Mirage set to actually test it out and see how it works. What saddens me the most is that monitoring, I don't really go to the forums, but I am on Discords and I see a lot of friction and a lot of hostility amongst players. It should be left like this, it shouldn't be left like that, it shouldn't be buffed, it shouldn't be nerfed. This is not about that. I don't care about that. I care about competence and incompetence. We had a perfect example of incompetence yesterday when they unbounded every mythic possible artifact Staff of Flowers. So I can now sell my mythic Staff of Flowers. Maybe I have 100. Incompetence also granted, with all due respect to the technical team, leaving PlayStation 4 and 5 down for a huge amount of hours just to give them a module. I call it a 30-minute module, Sharandar, which is beautiful visually without any substance. And I call it a 30-minute module because I fill my weekly haul in 30 minutes. I see there are no new weapons. The gear is copied from Avernus, some of the gear, if you look close enough, and that's what I call incompetence or poor game design. Now there are people who are saying this is a good game design, and I respect that, but my fucking right is to also express my opinion that it's a poor game design. Without further ado, let's jump to the weapons, because this is about Mirage set. Now Mirage set is from mod 11. The bonus is when you use an encounter power, you become a master of illusion for 10 seconds. As a master of illusion, you will summon 3 illusions of yourselves to fight for you, attacking your enemies. In addition, a master of illusion also does 3% more damage, which increases by 10% against enemies with shield and temp HP, and it goes on a cooldown for 30 seconds. So one over third, if I pronounce that right, is active. Now to demonstrate this, the upside of this weapon is actually that you can slot Zuna, you can slot all set, get your base damage solid, item level solid with necklaces like I was talking about, get the journals, and just decimate the ads. However, let me show you how it works. So just an encounter power will activate them. So if I hit them with the IBS, they are just gonna stand there. Look at them. And now they're gonna start attacking. They are attacking, and you can see for which amount of damage. And then they are going on a cooldown. The upside of this is that it's not that good for AoE. I will just jump in with my little augment or Zuna with 6 indominables and just decimate everything within level 80 content, okay? In solo play. This particular weapon is benefiting mostly in trials where there are huge debuffs, artifact calls, and I will back that up. We're gonna put it on paper because you know me, I don't do anything without any kind of proof. So what you're seeing here now, for example, them hitting the target for, you can see 17,000. They can also give you combat advantage, stuff like that. But the main point is that these weapons are shining in trials and in group content. They can reach up to 20% of your total damage, which I think is nuts. And I will back that up with numbers. We're gonna put it on paper. I got it on paper, quote unquote paper, and I will show you this, how it looks like on a barbarian. Now this will vary from class to class, because these weapons, and there are still hidden things that people don't wanna give up, what's proccing them. They're benefiting from feats, they're benefiting from artifacts, from buffs, from debuffs, stuff like that. So removing the TR problem, it didn't solve the problem, the initial problem, if you want to call it a problem. I think 18 to 20% overall damage from a weapon from mod 11 is a problem. That's my personal opinion. I don't care, it doesn't affect me. I am a filthy endgame casual, and I stop stressing about the game. That's all there is to it. That's the only way until things are changed in the management or wherever. Whoever is calling these decisions is going to be held responsible for their actions. As I said, these weapons are going to give you a lot of edge in the trials, in the party group. The more people there are, the more that you're going to benefit from it. Assuming you have everything in order, sorted out, companions, mounts, combat advantage when everything procs. We're going to jump to the act logs, and I'm going to show you what this thing does in a group party content, and why I am so sad that community is divided, because that's the last thing we need. Let's jump to the act logs, and I'm gonna wrap the video up right there. Okay, act logs. This is my first parse on a training dummy, trial dummy in Chult that can trick you. As you can see, my Wicked Strike only did 3.2 million damage. My Lost My Vengeance did more than that. That's because there was no buffs, debuffs. DPS, as you can see, is not that bad. You can see that my minimum hit from the Wicked Strike was 43,000. Maximum hit, pardon me, 43,000. Minimum hit was 4.8 thousand. We're gonna move to the little, I apologize for the quality of the image. I'm going to zoom in and show you how much Wicked Strike did in a trial. So it did on a barbarian 13% of the total damage, and maximum hit was 250,000 with the Wicked Strike. Compare that to my 43,000, we got 250,000. This is a parse of a control wizard with Chilling Cloud, and you can see that it did. Let's run it up at 18% of damage. 18% of damage, total damage, and countered and DPS was over 300,000. You can see that the maximum hit was 327,000. So we're gonna move on to Aster, who was kind to provide me with the act logs from Zariel. You can see that he rounded up here how much Wicked Strike was doing. Look at the Wicked Strike, 74,000, 233,000. You can see the effectiveness was not very good here. You can see the base damage here. So we're gonna move on to the next parse, and I'm gonna zoom in this parse because this is from a barbarian also. So this is also Aster's parse, and look at he actually rounded up for me the highest hits to almost 235,000 in one hit and 244,000 in second hit, and effectiveness was through the roof, 133.5%. as you can see here. You can see the base damage. This is the parse that I want to show you. If you look at here, Shade of Ice hitting for 209,000, 193,000. So I am not the judge, you be the judge and tell me, is this wrong, is this right? Comment in the comment section. So this was Northside, and I thank you for watching, and Northside is out.